So Sauce Walker and his artist Sayso P were shot at in Memphis earlier today. Sayso P unfortunately did not make it. R.I.P. to bruh. And Sauce Walker is in stable condition, bro. Oh man, the M, man. Shout out to the M because I already know, the M. Yo, if you don't know Memphis, man, if you don't know, other than Nigeria, when I first came to the land or to America, it was in Tennessee, and basically where I learned my talk, my speak, my American talk was from Memphis folk. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I mean? I have a bond or a connection to Memphis. You feel what I'm talking about? So yeah, I already know how it be, you know what I'm saying, in Memphis. And Memphis is one of them places where, you know what I'm saying, flexing, flaws, like any of those, you know what I mean? Memphis is it's damn near lawless land. I can't even lie, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So to see this, you know what I'm saying, it's unfortunate, and we wishing Sauce Walker a speedy recovery. You know what I'm saying? They say he's in a stable condition, so that's good. But RIP to bruh, man. Damn, man. Sayso P, man. Oh man.
Hey yo, this shit is non-stop, man. This shit don't stop.
On God.
The fuckery just keep going. Look at this shit. Sauce Walker shot in Memphis earlier today with his artist Sayso P, who sadly didn't make it. Sauce Walker is now in stable condition. And Lil Homie dead. This shit is crazy. Now look at this video. Shout outs to Highly Dysfunctional, where I got the video from. That's kind of clearly showing you probably what took place. Look at this shit.
You living with this shit, man. What you talking about? Head to toe them people, man.
They were in the
This
M?
shit on Bankroll, Go Yard, Diamonds, all this shit, man. We had with this shit, man.
Bruh.
See what the fuck going on.
A hole in this shit.
The sauce on it, man.
Damn. They on the M flexing like this.
Gravity unit. G unit.
Sauce shit, man.
And they're not from the M, so
They
it's like,
waving that bag around. They waving that bag around. They feeling themselves. They having fun. But you know, it just seemed like in our culture, you can't do this. You can't do this around your own people.
Haters.
Because one, you know, you got a bunch of hyenas. You waving steak in front of their face.
Facts,
they starving. They coming to get that. They don't give a fuck about the color of your skin. That you look like them. They want that.
Actually,
want
they
that
prefer
bag.
that you look
Or
like
two,
them. That's crazy.
You in a city where they be talking all this checking shit, though. Yo, who the fuck they think they is? They here flashing all this money and jewelry, and they ain't checking. We gonna check them. You understand? All three. You just a bunch of envious, jealous motherfuckers who feel you don't deserve that shit, and they coming for it. But it seemed like this only take place in our culture. Like we can't enjoy ourselves around our own people.
That's a
we
fact.
can't be happy of what we accomplished and what we achieved and flaunt it without worrying about somebody killing us.
That's a fact.
This is crazy now. Young boy dead. They almost killed Sauce Walker, he's a motherfucker, black young man that's employing hundreds of people. He got hundreds of people damn near on his label that he's breaking a chain of poverty. He's opening the door of generational wealth for many young black
These
men.
niggas don't care,
and yet
though.
They try to take him out.
But you acting like
they don't see all of
street
that
niggas
shit.
don't care,
Fuck
bro.
all that shit. Because at the end of the day, he's still involved with the street fuckery. He's involved in that. And this is the shit that keep taking us out.
I'm telling you.
It just keep going. It's like, when this shit gonna stop?
It's not.
He making
'Cause these
all
niggas
of
is
this
tripping.
money. And yet, the street shit, the shit that you trying to get away from, you did all of this shit to get away from. Yet, this be the demise of you. This shit is crazy.
Ghetto gospel.
Nah, this shit right here, though, on some real talk. Like, what bro is saying is on point. You know what I'm saying? Like, on some real shit. Like, it seemed like, especially when it comes to this, like, I don't think it's black folks per se. I think it's more, I'm gonna be realistic. It's more of the music, right? It's that culture, this street culture, the drill, the you know what I'm saying? It seems like black folks don't want to see other black folks succeed. And if you talk to them, they're going to start telling you about how the white man did it. That don't mean shit. I've been saying this shit for a long time, bro. At some point, you have to stop crying about what the white man did. Because as I said, nobody asked to come into this world, bro. Some of us were born into situations that we just didn't choose. Are you going to just off yourself and go back and see how it goes? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to be mad at God? So when black, like, that's one thing I hammer on this every time. Yes, we understand slavery happened. The past is the past. You better let that shit go. Yes, we know it's affecting the future, but how do we work to better the future instead of still holding on and still pointing fingers to the past, right? Because niggas is out here killing each other and they talking about no snitching, no police. I think about this shit a lot. Like, who's the dumbass that came up with this idea of no policing? So if there's no policing, this is what happens. Everybody just wants to kill everybody. If mind you, I used to be part of the street, you know what I'm saying, elements and all the good shit. That's why I can speak, you know what I'm saying? Bruh, what, like, when we say we don't want police, no, that just means crime all through. No snitching, no all that just means crime all through, because who is going to regulate, who's going to police this place? If you're screaming you don't want the white man to police, are we going to do the police? If a black man joins the police, they call him the pigs. Right? Look at this shit right here. We just keep hating on ourselves and demising ourselves, because I'm pretty sure if you ask the niggas that I'm very sure it's niggas. We know it's niggas that did this shit, right? You know, it's the M. You ask the niggas that did this shit, they gonna tell you, man, they ain't got shit to do with me, man. He got the bread, I had to take it. The nigga out here in our land trying to flex and all that. He ain't paid dues, he ain't check it, whatever, you know. White folks don't have to worry about this. I mean, they have their own version, don't get me wrong. Asians, you know, they don't have to, like, they have their version where we're not even seeing it, where we seeing all this extra shit from our own people. But that's why I be telling y'all, bro, forget skin tone. That shit is not real, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Real talk. If you keep believing in skin tone, that skin tone is going to, bro, how many, bro, right now on social media, we the black folks, black folks are the ones, check it, we the ones saying other black folks are the problem. Like, we ourselves are our own problem. So if we know we're the problem, why the fuck we keep talking about racism and all that shit? Why don't we try to fix ourselves? What has happened to us has happened. Mind you, I hope you all understand that racism and slavery and all this other shit has been happening from the beginning of time. If you people look for a reason to discriminate, period. I'm from Nigeria, born and raised Nigerian. Within Nigeria, where there's all black folks, tribalism is a thing. I'm not saying actually, really, I am saying forget it. Forget your past. It's not helping you. All the people that we've been screaming, oh, the shit, oh, man, the slavery, it's not helped us yet. It just makes people more angry, and they just get more angry and get frustrated and do stupid shit. Nobody has to come into this world. We don't know how we came, we here. Some of us were born poor, some of us were born rich. If the poor person decide, oh, because I'm born poor and I don't want to live like this, let me just off myself, you know, because who are you going to blame? You can only blame God. You can't even blame your parents, because what's the odds that your ass was going to come in instead of your brother or your sister, you know, all that good stuff. You can't, like, the probabilities are too much for you to try to point finger at any other human being. You can only blame God or your creator, whatever you think, right? And since you can't blame that, you try to blame other people. That's what human beings do. We're always looking for who to point fingers at. Life just happens sometimes, bro. You can't control anything or everything. You can't control nothing past your body, bro. Like, we need to understand that, bro. I can go on about this, but this shit right here, this shit, the demise of black folks is gonna be black folks, bro. Until niggas is ready to take away all that hate. Is because niggas is still so focused on the hate from, the racism and the way, that focus of that hate, you're now channeling that thing to your own people. I'm pretty sure people will get on here and tell me, oh, no, you don't know, it's systemic, you don't know what you're talking about. All right, keep thinking that way. But guess what? While you're telling me I don't know, you're still going to be experiencing that shit. It's not going to change for you. Do you know why? Because your mind is still back there. Mind you, it's not all black folks. There's a lot of black folks that are thriving too. You know that, right? There are black folks that are thriving. Not everybody's in the street element. Not everybody's going through this shit. Not everybody's experiencing racism, discrimination, all that good stuff the same way. So the question you have to ask yourself is, what is the difference? Maybe it's location. Maybe it's mindset. Maybe it's character. What is it? Figure that. But it's not to keep pointing straight back at racism, at slavery, racism, slavery. Bro, we have to stop. It's an excuse. It's really an excuse. Look at the Jews. You know what I'm saying? Look at the Jews. You don't hear them keep crying about Holocaust. I know there's no systemic, whatever you gonna say, there's no systemic thing to limit them down. But it's not even about that. It's simply about stop looking at the past and look towards the future. If we are being oppressed right now, the question is, how do we get out from being oppressed? Forget what happened in the past. Yeah, it's happened, it's past. That's how they got us to being oppressed now. But how do we go from not being oppressed? It's not by robbing and stealing and killing each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is crazy. If I'm rich and my brother is poor, my brother's gonna want to kill me to get the rich. We gotta try to spread that, bro. Anyway, I'm not even. This shit it gets old, because realistically, I'm just being honest, bro. I think. Okay. Anyway, let me not say that.